And we'll start with a comment from Coach Golding, then we'll open it up for questions for the student athletes, and then we'll have questions for the coach after that. Joe, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. First thing is the respect we have for Coach Ladner and Southeastern University. We've got a ton of respect for their coaching staff, their university, their basketball program. I have the utmost respect for him. I think he's one of the best coaches in this league. Ville and Greenwood are two seniors that have won a ton of games. They played in the championship game last year. We knew it would be a 40-minute game. We knew they wouldn't quit. So first of all, hats off to them in a great year, in a great run. Then I'm just proud of these guys. You know, we got off to a great start in the game, and then the second half we just couldn't see the ball go through, but we continued to guard, continued to rebound. Rebounding was the most important factor, and we ended up tied on the glass. So we thought if we could win the rebound battle, we could win the game. So really proud of these guys sitting to the right of me, but really proud of our team. We've come a long ways.
Okay, questions for the group, and we'll start here with Brandon.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. Question to both of you gentlemen. When the shots weren't falling in the second half and they were inching back into the contest, talk about how you guys were able to keep your composure.
Really, we just knew we had to win the game on the defensive end. So our coaches did a great job. They kept us on edge. They kept talking to us. We knew what end we had to stay focused on, and we knew eventually shots were going to fall. It was just a matter if we kept getting stops, we knew we'd put ourselves in a good position.
We've been there multiple times this season, I feel like, and the senior leadership has been incredible. I think that's why we've had the success we've had, and so definitely I would say mature leadership within this group.
Okay, Gamal.
Gamal Jones, the Garage Department Media. Jaren, you had 11 big boards, 6 on the offensive, 5 on the defensive. What today was making you so relentless to get the ball?
Just like Coach said, our biggest key, everything we talked about all week, really the past couple of weeks, we knew we had to get better on the glass. We knew at our place they killed us on the glass, so that was really just a point of emphasis. And my coaches do a great job keeping me on edge, keeping me motivated with that stuff. So I just knew how big and important it was today to go get them.
Okay, back in the back.
How's it going, y'all? This is Mitchell with Fox and Abilene.
What's up, Mitchell?
Hey, no, long time no see. Y'all caused several turnovers. How much did the ball pressure make the difference in this game?
I mean, it was huge. We know them really well. It was our third time playing them, and we know how important it is to make them turn the ball over because they're so good at what they run. They've been really good at what they run since I've been at ACU. So we just knew that was another point of emphasis. We had to get after it, get after them defensively, and be aggressive. And our coaches really highlighted that this week as well. We got to be more aggressive because we're not the biggest team. So forcing turnovers is really important for us.
I think shout out to the coaching staff as well as they prepared us for the scout, and I think we bought into the scout, and that's why we were able to get a couple more turnovers.
Dari Jones, the Garage Department Media. You pretty much were going into what I was getting ready to ask you. You guys did a pretty good job at containing Moses Greenwood. How much would you attest to that, being able to see well, of course, y'all have seen him several times this season, but after him playing yesterday and seeing how well he played yesterday, how much of it was for you all to key in on him and make sure that he didn't beat you today? I
mean, it was huge because he killed us at our place. He was one of the main people getting on the boards. It was tough to stop him. He's a really good player, and we know he's a tough guard, but that's really kudos to the coaching staff, really getting us honed in on that, and the scout, and really Hayden Farquhar, Joe Pleasant, Colton Cole. They did a great job, and really the whole team did a great job helping out. Got him in foul trouble. That was huge. Tobias Cameron took a huge charge to give him his 4th, so it was just really big that everybody was locked into that.
I'll say something, too, on that. When you look at Hayden Farquhar, he's 0 for 9 from the floor, doesn't make a shot, but just was incredible on the defensive end. He never changed. A lot of times, kids, when they're not scoring points on the offensive end, they don't play on the other end, and I just thought he was terrific all night. He's been our heart and soul and our motor. He's been our 6th man all year. We obviously started in the last 2 games just to get it off to a better start offensively, but I just thought he was incredible all night with his motor and didn't let his offense bother him.
This is for Jaren and Payten. With the score going in the second half, back and forth, what you, Jaren, as a senior, and Payten as junior upperclassmen, what were you telling your team and telling yourself during the emotion to keep composed so that you can steady the ship and be able to hold off that last run?
They were waiting on me to call timeout. I wasn't calling one.
Yeah, and
We hadn't called him all year.
really, but
Go back and watch the SFA game.
we've been in tough games like that before, and really just speaks to what Payten was saying earlier. Is just the maturity of the group. We knew we had been there before, and really just me, everything I was saying, just stay composed. Just huge moments in the game. We just knew we had to stay locked into the defensive end, and it just worked out in our favor. And everybody played great, and everybody stayed locked into the defensive end even when we had some breakdowns.
I think the trust of each other in the locker room has been big this year, and the unity. We just kept everybody positive no matter we turn the ball over, we get a stop, they go on a run. We just kept saying we're okay, we're okay. We've been in this position before, so I think that was the biggest key to staying composed. And of course, like I said again, the senior leadership has been big. I can't emphasize that enough.
Let's get in the back.
What is it about adversity where this team just seems to find a way to always come out on top? I mean, Payten, you've hit several clutch game-winning shots this year, and this team as a whole has worked its way through adversity. Why does this team work so well in adversity?
I think that speaks to the coaching staff preparing us. They put us in situations where we had to face adversity in practice, different things like that. We had a retreat earlier this year, and they put us in a bunch of situations where we had to fight through adversity. And it's hit us all year, and I think that just speaks to us, like Payten said, trusting each other. We've been through a lot of the battles, and it's really just big for us to stay composed during those moments, and we just know what to do.
Okay, back over here.
Joey Richards, Abilene Reporter News. You talk about, the veteran leadership on this team, but, the freshmen, Daniels, Pleasant, had a really good game. Have you talked about that?
Yeah, no, I think our freshmen, I told Damian when Jay Frank fouled out, we were in that situation at Pacific. The very first tournament we were in, we went up to Pacific and won 3 games. Jay Frank got in foul trouble in one of the games. I don't remember if it was Pacific. No, it wasn't Pacific because he hit the shot. So maybe it was Elon. Jay Frank got in foul trouble, and Damian had to finish the game. And you go back to the Southeastern, the first time at their place, Jay Frank fouled out that game too, and Damian finished the game. So Damian's he's been in that situation before. He's fearless. He thinks he belongs. He's plays with a lot of confidence, and he's doing a great job. He's really grown up this year. And on Joe, when we played him the first time, we had Joe on Greenwood a lot and Farquhar on Greenwood. When we played him at our place, we didn't. We put Jaren on him, and we had Farquhar, and we didn't play Joe a lot. We played Colton a lot that game. So Joe's one of our better post defenders. He's obviously one of our better rebounders. I think you saw tonight, man, there were a bunch of 50-50 rebounds that he just went and got. And so really impressed with both those friends. I thought Tobias, Tobias is a kid. You talk about our program. Tobias hasn't played a whole lot this year. In fact, he was in my about 3 weeks ago, man, we put him on a pretty tough, strict guideline of some things that he had to do just to continue playing basketball at Abilene Christian. Just wasn't happy with him and on some things. And man, that kid has gotten committed. He's never complained. He's worked his butt off, and I thought he was great tonight, man. He gave us like 2.5 minutes, brought a ton of energy, and that's who this team's been. Joey, you've been around us. Different guys step up, different guys make plays. It's just a really close group that really truly believes in each other. And a lot of people talk about that, but this is real, man. This is real with this group, man. This group really loves each other and plays for each other and believes in each other. And I think you could see that, tonight.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be the last one.
Okay. Max Preston, ACU Optimist, and Joe Golding Show. Payten, you had a big shot about minute 45 left in the game, big three-pointer. You let it go without hesitation, and it put you guys back in the lead. Just talk about that moment and how big that was for your team.
It was just kind of an in-the-moment shot. My teammates trust me, and that's been the biggest thing for me this year with my confidence is all my teammates tell me let it fly. No matter if I'm 0 for 10, they'll still tell me shoot the next one. So that's been the biggest key for me definitely this year is the trust that my teammates have in myself, and then even Damian with the pass. So I give the credit to my teammates on that.
Okay, guys, thanks. Sleep fast. We play tomorrow.
Okay.
See you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
See y'all.
Okay, Kamal.
Coach, with such a tough battle today, and I'm sure you hadn't had a chance to look over tape, but from straight off the game, what do you think you need to tighten up and hold down a little bit better for tomorrow?
Yeah, I thought defensively we were really good. It's tough when you have a double bye 'cause you don't know who you're playing. But I thought we were really locked in defensively. It helps to play them 3 times. This is where it's a little different with New Orleans. We played New Orleans our first conference game back in had to be early January, I guess. So it's been a long time since we've played them. We played them at our place. One game was a really good game. They lost Bryson for that game, and they actually had like an 8 or 9 point lead at that time. We were able to come back and make a run late. Since this group's been together since we lost those 2 kids, this group has really taken care of the basketball on the offensive end and on the defensive end. Man, they just really locked into scouts and done a really good job. New Orleans they're terrific in so many ways that could hurt us. I mean, obviously, their size, they pound that thing inside. They rebound the basketball at a high level. I know Coach Sless is a really good friend of mine. I got a ton of respect for him. I know where they're coming. They're coming to the glass and they're coming to pound that thing right around the rim. So we're gonna have to be ready. But they played a tough game too. They played Sam, and what a game that was. I got to watch a little bit of that. Just a terrific. What a night for Southland Conference basketball. I think it's a night that should be celebrated. It's been that year. It's been a crazy year with a lot of great basketball and parity, and so we'll get back, watch tape. It's gonna be a long night, so if you guys want to come over and watch some tape, you got some ideas, come on, man, bring some Cokes, Dr. Peppers, and pizza. I don't eat. I haven't eaten in like 2 days, man, but it'll be a long night, man. A film, we'll have our guys ready, just like Celeste will have his guys ready. So
okay. Brandon, we have 2 more questions.
I'll make sure I bring the cheese pizza. Coach, an unsung factor in the contest, the fans. You had a great fan base. Yeah. Talk about that support and that energy that you guys were able to feed off of.
You know what, man? I just thought it was terrific, man. It just meant the world to me, and I know our guys really appreciate when they came out just to see all the purple that was out there. This program's it's really takes some time to build, man. This transition hasn't been easy for anybody out there. I would never do a transition again. It's not for the weak of heart. That we paid our price, man. It's been a long journey for us, but just to see these, I think these fans appreciate the journey, especially these seniors and these juniors, man, and what they've done. You got to think about it, man. These seniors, when they came here, they couldn't play in postseason their first 2 years. I mean, think about it, man. That's tough. That's a tough sacrifice. And then last year we lose in the tiebreaker, don't get down here. We just found out what door to go in. This morning at 9:20 when we got to shoot, we know where one locker room is. We don't know where the others. I didn't know how to get to the media room. So I just think that our crowd appreciates that. And I appreciate our crowd, and I'm so thankful for that. We still got work to do on our crowd back home. We're still trying to build it in this league. Obviously there's some teams that pack it, and home court's a big advantage. But today, I think anytime in a tournament setting on a neutral court, if you can get some fans to come out and bring energy, it makes a big difference, man. And I think you could definitely play. We still got to get them to know when to chant defense and get up a little bit, especially when we can't score and coach won't call a timeout. But we're working on it, man.
Okay, last question, Mitch.
What did today mean for ACU? The women win, and y'all in your first appearance in the Southland Conference tournament going to advance the championship game. What did tonight mean for ACU?
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to ask those people. I know what it meant for me. I take a lot of pride in this. I went to school here. There was one thing I wanted to do when I took over. I was at Arkansas Little Rock, worked for a great man in Steve Shields, heck of a coach. Learned a ton of basketball and learned how to be a leader. And probably more than anything, I learned adversity. We had some things happen at Little Rock, and so it's really helped me in the last month handle some situations that have come my way. And so I kind of learned it from him, and then just to see our university, I think this was the dream. This was the vision. This was what our president wanted and our board of trustees when they made this decision. And I got a lot of respect for our university. They should have fired me. There's no question, man. Transition's hard, but 3 or 4 years ago, man, we were bad. We were bad. We were one of the worst teams in Division I basketball. We came from a program that didn't have a lot of success, man. They stuck with me. These kids stuck with me. And so tonight, when you think about it, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We're going to go eat some cheese pizza, some Dr. Peppers and Coke, and try to figure some things out. But at the end of the day, man, we're 40 minutes away from the NCAA tournament, and that's a long 6 years ago, man. That was a pipe dream, for a lot of people. So what I'm hoping is our university understands what college basketball can do, what championship games, March Madness, just the excitement this is bringing to our university. It gives us a chance to sell. We got a great university. We got a lot to sell, and I'm just excited to put them on the front porch, and let people celebrate Abilene Christian.
I'll go sleep fast.
No sleep tonight, man.
Yeah.
Slumber party.
Thanks, Joe.